Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. It seems that Somalia is making new moves against Ethiopia, which indicates that something big is coming. In anticipation of major tensions in coming weeks, Somalia is making new moves to put pressure upon Ethiopia. Ahmed Mualim Fiki spoke today. What did he say? Secondly, Ethiopian National Bank had to lift restrictions on transfer of money from banks to mobile accounts. It seems that sometimes private entities create obstacles to the decisions made by the government. These private banks are earning huge amounts of money. Banking uh, flourished in Ethiopia, but when it comes to withdrawing funds from the banks were hesitant to release funds to their customers. Let's start from Somalia, because we're seeing that just 2 months remaining, around 2 months, for the withdrawal of Ethiopian troops from Somalia. In fact, the withdrawal should start now because, of course, thousands of troops cannot withdraw in a single day. The withdrawal should start early, 30th of December, 31st of December is the last day for the presence of Ethiopian military in Somalia. On the 1st of January 2025, if any Ethiopian soldier is found in Somalia, he will be seen as an aggressor, as an enemy. This is what Somalia's government's official position is. Less than 2 months remaining, and so far no signs of large scale or full withdrawal of Ethiopian military from Somalia. That is why tensions are set to rise in coming weeks. Secondly, Somalia was hoping that Ethiopia would maybe withdraw. Maybe, or it was not sure, that maybe Ethiopia would withdraw from Somaliland, and it has not happened so far. That is why almost on daily basis we're seeing new statements from Somalia to put pressure upon Ethiopian government. Ahmed Mualim Fiki spoke today and he announced the relocation of Ethiopian embassy in Somalia. You know that in April, I think, Somalia expelled Ethiopian ambassador. Uh, Not in April, I think it was right after the signing of Ethiopia-Somaliland MOU. Ethiopian ambassador Mukhtar Ahmed was expelled from Somalia. Somalia withdrew its ambassador to Ethiopia, and Somalia ordered the closure of two Ethiopian consulates in Puntland, Somaliland. I think 15 days were given for the closure of the two consulates. Consulates are still open, reportedly. Then, uh, 2 days ago, Somalia expelled another Ethiopian diplomat, uh, Ali Muhammad Adan was expelled. He was working as chief counselor at the Ethiopian embassy in Mogadishu. He was declared persona non grata, given 72 hours to leave the country. But the embassy is there. Ethiopian embassy in Somalia is not closed. Now, another move from Somalia. Somalia is announcing the relocation of the Ethiopian embassy to a new place. Ahmed Mualim Fiki, the foreign minister of Somalia, said today that people are protesting against the location of Ethiopian embassy in Somalia. He said Ethiopian embassy is located in presidential compound. which is a highly sensitive area. And people of Somalia are protesting. They say that Ethiopian embassy should not be located in such a sensitive area. That is why Somalia's government will relocate this embassy to another place. Which other place? I mean, if Somalia tells Ethiopia to build an embassy close to Al Shabaab stronghold, what will Ethiopia do? Even Halane camp is not safe in Somalia, the headquarters of the foreign diplomats. It came under attack yesterday. Mortars were fired and some foreigners were injured. I had 2 or 3 killed too. It means that basically Somalia is saying that Ethiopian embassy is going to be closed. Ahmad Malefiki said that if Ethiopian embassy is operating in presidential compound of Somalia, Somalia's embassy in Addis Ababa should also be located in the presidential compound of Ethiopia. Very valid point made by Ahmad Malefiki. It just shows that Somalia has decided to put more pressure upon Ethiopia. Somalia is going to fully close the Ethiopian embassy. Somalia's embassy in Ethiopia opened, but its ambassador was withdrawn a few months ago. Tension rising. Somalia is upping the ante against Ethiopia. Why? Because either it is anticipating implementation of MOU between Ethiopia and Somaliland, or it is putting pressure upon Ethiopia to withdraw troops from Somalia. And Ethiopia is not showing flexibility. Ethiopia has not started the complete withdrawal of its troops from Somalia so far. Secondly, because National Bank of Ethiopia had to intervene today to enable Ethiopians to buy Ethio Telecom shares. Last month, Ethio Telecom offered 100 million shares to Ethiopians. In 33 birr is the price of one share. 33 shares can be bought at a minimum. At a maximum, 3,333 shares must be bought by a single investor. And the shares can only be bought through Talibar. Talibar is a mobile application. Ethio Telecom mobile subscribers can install Talibar on their mobile, and then they have to charge their Talibar account to buy shares of Ethio Telecom. They need to transfer money from their bank accounts to Talibar to buy Ethio Telecom shares. Private banks have been imposing restrictions on the transfer of money from customers' accounts to their Talibar accounts. And if the customers, Talibar account customers, have no money, they won't be able to buy Ethio Telecom shares. The first privatization announcement meant to involve Ethiopians will fail if private banks don't cooperate. That is why National Bank of Ethiopia intervened today. It announced lifting of restrictions on transfer of money from bank accounts to Talibar. It means that now bank account holders can easily transfer their money from private bank accounts to their mobile Talibar account, and from there they can buy Ethio Telecom shares. So banks have been restricting the people. They've been creating obstacles to privatization of Ethio Telecom. That is why National Bank of Ethiopia had to intervene. Private banks have been minting money in Ethiopia. They made huge amounts of money in recent years. Now, when people want to withdraw money, they are imposing restrictions. And we saw what happened in the case of foreign exchange business too, that banks again made money. They bought more dollars, they sold less. Again, National Bank of Ethiopia had to intervene, and it said that the difference between the buying and selling price of a foreign currency must not exceed 2%. Banks were hoarding dollars. So banking sector needs to be monitored and reined in, I believe. It is being controlled by people very powerful who are in strong position. They make money and then the government intervenes. The government should intervene. Not it should not intervene. It should make decision in advance so that banks are not able to exploit the loopholes in the decision making of the government officials. Thank you for watching.